Georgia quarterback commit Dylan Raiola is a five-star prospect for a reason, and he looked like it over the weekend against North Cobb. This was his best performance of the season, and we've got a lot of clips for you to showcase, what he brings to the table. Let's take a look at some of that right now. So, again, Dylan Raiola, 12 for 16, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, led Buford to a big 45-28 win over North Cobb. He was very, very good. I know Georgia fans were maybe a little disappointed in what they saw from him out of St. Francis in week one. Buford struggled against Mallard Creek in week two. He did not look super impressive, but this was the game where he really broke out and showed his five-star talent over and over and over again. He was outstanding. North Cobb actually got out to a 7-0 lead early in the game, but Dylan Raiola, 2 strikes down the field, boom, into the end zone on their first drive. It's 7-7. And that's what he did all night long. He had receivers that were getting open for him, as you can see by some of these clips. But, he hit his guys in stride, down the field, over the middle, in the intermediate passing game, short passing game, deep down the field. He was excellent, and he carved up a very talented North Cobb defense with multiple players who were going to play at the D1 level. But he was accurate. He showed poise. He was great in the pocket, moved well in the pocket while keeping his eyes down the field. I thought that his footwork was outstanding, played balanced, threw off that front foot a little bit more than he did, making some off balance throws that, I saw in week one. Just looked like he didn't set his feet and throw the way I've seen other quarterbacks throw, but the arm talent is there and he gets the ball where it needs to be. Just very, very good. His first touchdown was to Jordan Allen near the end zone. He kind of floated a ball to the back of the end zone for the first. Oh, that was actually the second score. The first score was to Devin Williams, a 2025 defensive back who played some offense. I think that was an inside post route that Dylan just kind of slung in there. And then Williams kind of took it and ran to the end zone himself. But then Jordan Allen with the floater, and then a 50-yard bomb to KJ Bolden. You might have seen that clip 2 times now coming across your screen. Of course, the 2 best throws of the night. I had one guy in front of me just stand up at the very end. I'm thinking, dude, come on, you see me. Coach DeBray out here getting work done, trying to get some clips. You're going to stand up right in the end there? And then he had a bomb to KJ Bolden. That was the dagger. That kind of, finished the game off for Buford. This girl walks right in front of me, and I'm thinking, come on now, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? But he threw the ball successfully down the field. I will say that. He got off to a strong start and finished a strong way. And this was a big win for Buford. The offense was clicking for the first time all year. And he showed you that he can light up the scoreboard a little bit. But, looking at the stats, 280 yards, it felt like it was more than that. There were some big plays, and he was very good. I have to say that. And this is what a 5-star quarterback is supposed to look like. When I go cover games, I have high expectations because these kids are committed to Georgia. And he did not look like the number 1 player in the country in week 1. Dean was out there against Mallard Creek. He did not look like the number 1 player in the country. He looked like a 5-star today. Now, did he look like the number 1 quarterback in the country, the number 1 player in the country? He made some throws that would indicate that. He made some NFL throws. There was one deep down the field I'm talking about where the guy kind of stands up at the very end as Jordan Allen was making a catch. That was a wow throw. That was an NFL throw. And he launched that bad boy down the field, and it was on the money. That was one of the best throws that I've seen out of quarterback in years. It really was. The long pass to KJ Bolden hit him in stride down the field, down the sideline for a touchdown. He was very good, and this is the Dylan Raiola that I expect to see when I go out there. He's got too many weapons around him. He should always be going for a 12 or 16, 15 out of 20 for close to 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Too many weapons, and they're fast, and they get open, and they're great after the catch. So this is a stat line that you would expect the number 1 quarterback or number 1 player in the country to have. And I think it's only going to get a little easier. This is the first team that Buford has played from the state of Georgia. St. Francis was from Maryland, top 10, program in the country. Mallard Creek from North Carolina, not that great. I think Buford just kind of walked through that game a little bit, and they were not crisp. Against North Cobb, they were. I mean, he carved them up. I do not think he really could have played any better. Still sacked about 3 times. He's not going to take off and run against you, but he is mobile in the pocket, and he can elude defenders while holding onto the ball, shuffling one way, shuffling up into the pocket while keeping his eyes downfield and making a throw. But he goes through his progressions. He goes to the line. He can check in and out of plays. He knows what he's doing, and he can play quarterback, and he can launch the ball 60 yards in the air, and at times it kind of looks easy for him. Listen, sign up to the newsletter down below. I want to plug that real quick before we get deep into this video, but it's free to sign up, and you get an email every day around lunchtime with the stories that we have written over on Dog Post, so you don't miss anything. We love our YouTube audience, really appreciate you, but we want y'all to come check out the website as well. You can't write on YouTube, right? You can just hear my beautiful voice on YouTube and sometimes see clips like these that you're not going to find on any other YouTube channel. But we do want to get you over to Dog Post so y'all can enjoy the site and what we have and what we bring to the website every day. So make sure you check that out. That link is down below. It's free to sign up. But I've got to write about what I saw from Dylan Raiola. I'm hoping to get that story out on Monday, but I'm going to write that he was very good. And again, 12 for 16, hard to really beat that. And the arm talent was there. It was on display. Even the North Cobb folks in the stands were thinking, wow, this kid's really good. Where's he going to school? A lot of these people, if you're a high school fan, college fan, it doesn't mean you follow recruiting. I know most of the people there knew that, hey, this is the kid going to play at Georgia. This is that 5-star kid. Well, he definitely played like it against North Cobb. And again, that's no slouch of a team. They have made some deep playoff runs before, always full of talent. And Dylan Raiola went in there, and again, he carved him up. And as you can see by some of these clips, he's hitting some wide open guys, but the arm is there. And even when he does throw off balance, the ball gets to where it needs to be. But his ability to push the ball downfield accurately, I thought, was really eye-opening. And again, that's what I'm looking for when I go watch him play. You keep hearing about the arm talent, the arm strength, the accuracy. The accuracy wasn't necessarily there week one, but it was certainly there today. He was hitting guys in stride, in the numbers, down the field, putting his receivers in a position to catch the ball and take off running with it, or catch the ball right where they are and go down. So again, he plays quarterback. He can read a defense, knows where to go with the football. Didn't turn it over. He didn't turn it over week one when I saw him. No interceptions, no turnovers today. And the offensive line still has to play better. They need to give him more time. Again, it does seem like here and there he's getting a pretty heavy rush on him. And sometimes he can make a throw while being pressured, but you can't do that every time. So he went down about 3 or 4 times. But when you're not this crazy mobile quarterback, sometimes that'll happen. But he was very good. The arm talent was clear, and I thought he played his best that he has the first 3 weeks of the season. Hard to argue with a big, what's it, 20 to 18-point win? Yeah, 17-point win. That Kennesaw math getting me again. But he put 45 points up on the board for Buford, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. Y'all can see some of these throws. He was very good. He was electric, and I think he is only going to get better. They still play a pretty tough schedule, but Mill Creek is a game that if you're in the area, he's going to be tested against Mill Creek for sure. That's a game that they have circled, but he's still going up against quality 7A opponents the rest of the year. So if you're in the Buford area, you still want to go check out Dylan Raiola. Make sure you do that this fall. If not, stay tuned to the Dog Post YouTube channel. I said YouTube channel, because we've got the clips, we've got the highlights. We're going to see him a lot more the rest of the season. So if you're looking for highlights of Dylan Raiola, highlights that you're not going to see anywhere else from the angles we're getting at, make sure you are on Dog Post. And we try to get these videos out on Monday from the player we saw on Friday. So if you're into recruiting, if you're into fresh, updated clips, highlights, Dog Post is the place to be. We got Dylan Raiola this past weekend. We'll see him again soon. And we hope that you stay tuned for those clips as well. Y'all, thanks for watching this video. Always appreciate it. Click up with the link down below, sign up to the newsletter, and I will see you over on Dog Post.